Hi, welcome to Pamela Hignite Art. We are going to go down the creative rabbit hole today to learn how to apply my paper clay to an armature. So let's get started. So the paper clay that you made with the last video should be very well kneaded at this point and probably sat overnight. A lot of you probably didn't get a chance to go right into using the paper clay. And when it sits that first night after you've made it, it tends to absorb the water and the glue, and so it can dry out a little bit. And so it won't be as malleable the next day as it was the day that you made it. So you want to try to take some little pinches and check and see if the clay is still really moist and malleable. This is not too bad. It is starting to dry out a little bit, and I'm going to put just a tad of water and just a smidge more glue. Yeah. Just to bring it up to snuff. Now, you may need more water and glue than what I just added, so just add a little bit of each at a time until you get it to the consistency where it should be. It should feel pretty wet and moist, and it should feel like clay. So I'm going to knead this for just a few minutes. And I can tell that it's getting very squishy and soft. I don't feel a lot of lumps or paper fibers. So I think this is ready to use. I'm going to put on a pair of nitrile gloves. I get these at the store. They're one size fits all. And they help to keep the paper clay from sticking to my hands. Now, the paper clay won't hurt you. If it does stick to your hands, you don't have gloves. It just takes a little bit to wash it off. But with these nitrile gloves, you can work the paper clay and then just pull these gloves off. I'll use a pair of gloves 3 or 4 times, basically until they rip. Before I'll get it, and then I'll get a new pair. So I'm going to open the bag, pull out some paper clay, and you can see this is very moist, but it's not sopping wet. It's just like really moist clay. I'm going to break that in half. I'm going to knead it up a little bit in my hands, back and forth, kind of like hamburger when you're making a hamburger patty. And then I'm going to pat it out. Until it's pretty thin. So I've got it very thin. And you can see that I can hold it and it doesn't fall apart. Okay, and that's what you want. So now I can take this and apply it to the surface of the armature. And I'm pressing the clay and working it around the armature. I don't want to press it out so that it's super thin, because I don't want to be able to see the tape through it. But I do want to get as much coverage out of this piece of paper clay as possible. So I'm just kind of working it up the armature, working it up the neck of the figure. And I'm going to start to kind of blend it into the tape and into the rock. Blending is super important. You don't want to be able to see any seams where the paper clay starts and where it ends. Now I'm going to put a second piece on. And I have a little gap there. I'm going to fill that in first. I'm just going to press out a little piece of paper clay and fill that in and blend that into the wet paper clay that's already on the armature. So when you blend wet into wet, you want to blend it so that you cannot see any seam. Okay. Apply another piece. Same process. I'm pressing it in to the armature. I want to keep this really close to the armature surface. I don't want to put it on really thick because then you lose the shape of the form. So the form that you have, that you've created with your armature, you do want to stay kind of true to that form. And with the first coat of paper clay, you don't want to get too thick in any one area with this, because if it does need to thicken up someplace, you can go back in and add that later. So I'm going to blend this up into the paper. Into the tape. Add a little more. I'm going to cover the entire surface of the armature with the paper clay. And if you press it out and it gets too thin to where you can see the tape, so like here, if I pressed it out and I can see the tape, I'm just going to shove that back together and blend it. Okay, so I'm going to continue to work this around. Needs a little more paper clay here. So I just grabbed a pinch. Work it and close that gap. I'm going to go back around the figure to make sure that I have everything blended pretty smoothly. So once you've applied the paper clay, as long as you've applied a thin coat, then you have control over how much more you add. If you make it too thick at first, you can't go back in, you cannot go back in and take it off without cracking it off the piece and actually removing a large section. So at this point, I'm just double checking to make sure that everything is blended smoothly. If it starts to stick to your fingers, you can also dip your fingers in water and use that to blend. So if anything like pops up like here and wants to stick to my gloves, I can wet my finger down and smooth that out. And the water will keep it from sticking to your glove or your hand. Okay, all right. So like with these guys, they already have a face sculpted onto them. If I want to add more in any one place and start to build it out a little bit, I can just add the paper clay where I want it. You can add wet right onto dry. You just blend it in. So I'm going to smooth it down into the rock and smooth it up into the paper that's already dried on the neck. And then I will just let that dry, and it will dry overnight in front of a fan. I will be putting both these in front of fans. The paper clay shrinks as it dries, so it will adhere itself really well to the armature. Yeah, so put it in front of a fan, or you can put it out in the sun if it's in the middle of the day and the sun is really warm. That works also. Anything else I need to tell you? I think that's about it for now. So that's a really quick wrap up on this. Join me next time when we're going to be talking about sculpting the face when we go down the creative rabbit hole.